So rap had a very big year. One of the biggest years it's had in recent memory.
I think for me, kind of like when you brought up Kendrick Lamar, another artist that had like a huge year was Charlie XCX.
R&B had his little hits as well.
R&B
had a nice little stance.
Yeah.
Like even pop.
Yes.
Like we got our Billie Eilish's or Sabrina Carpenter's.
Yes.
Sabrina's had a strong year.
We're gonna flip it again, yeah. And yeah, now this is the opposite. So
Yes.
I know.
Yes.
So the question is, which artist had the worst / most disappointing release of 2024?
For my most disappointing is Jamie XCX. No, Jamie XXX with his follow-up album from In Color, in some regards, which is Ice Spice.
Yeah.
Like Ice Spice. Oh my days.
I'm probably jumping over to Mr. Schoolboy Q, Blue Lips.
Okay.
Schoolboy Q, man.
Flip it again, yeah. And yeah, now this is the opposite. So
Yes.
I know.
Yes.
I know that this was requested by Mr. Mombere himself.
Thank you very much.
Let's start off, bro.
He insisted that we add this to the actual segment.
I want to know who your one is.
Yeah.
Your one is J. Cole. You have to you're the terrible J. Cole.
My list is extensive.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
So the question is, which artist had the worst / most disappointing release of 2024?
I got two.
So I'll send it over to Kev.
I've got two people. For my most disappointing is Jamie XCX. No, Jamie XXX with his follow-up album from In Color. It's been, what's it called, 10, 9 or 8 years. I've been wanting Jamie XXX to release again. I'm a fan of dance music. I love dance music. I thought In Color was an amazing music.
It was.
But also was like a soundtrack to London as well. Watered down club dance music that was incredibly generic and nothing sort of personable and great about it. And honestly, I listened to it once and twice and I just can't get into it. I don't think it's a good album. And I'm wondering, what the hell has he been up to all of these years? Honestly, probably DJing at some of these fancy festivals, and I feel like the music is not necessarily at the forefront, kind of like Charlie XCX with the dance music. Do you get me? Nothing is like catchy. Everything's just shiny, but there's no sort of soul into it. And I was very disappointed because I was anticipating this album for a long period of time. So that's Jamie XX. So I don't know when the follow-up for that album's gonna be, but please let it be soon because I can't wait another 8 years is just too long. Disappointing artist, but again, I'm not disappointed. I feel like I've been proven wrong. No, proven right, proven right. But at the same time, Henry probably would argue rightfully that she's done well in some regards, which is Ice Spice. Like Ice Spice, oh my days. Don't get me wrong, like, I didn't have any high anticipation for Ice Spice. I thought she was gonna crash and burn, kind of like Sexy Red, and lo and behold, her debut album, which came out this year. I'm not sure if the mixtape also came out, what's it called, this year?
It was this year.
No, it was last year.
It was last year.
No, but the year before.
Year before.
Yeah, in 2023. So 2023 came out.
Because I thought she at least, because normally what you would normally do once you get a good mixtape that does kind of well, you go on a bit of a run now where, for example, that debut album will also do slightly well as well, so you're able to continue the run until you fall off. But my God, she's fallen off already completely. She had one song, Delhi, which probably only anticipation was the reason why it went platinum. None of the other singles with the big heavy hitters with Travis Scott, Alba.
What are you talking about? You think you're a fart?
That Sean Paul one, it was Give Me the Light.
Oh, that was so bad.
So, loads of music and loads of strategies that she deployed before that normally would have got her somewhere, literally is not working.
The Chiefs couldn't save her.
And yeah, also, so again, the message leak didn't help. And, you know, again, her image, she's sort of slimmed out, again, hasn't helped her cause now. She released the Deluxe, I think, just a week or two ago. And I'm happy that this happened. I think, and another one as well, I think for my demise this year probably be Sexy Red. But I'm going for Ice Spice as most disappointing, and yeah, that's my list.
That's fair. That's fair. Jay, how about you, bro?
Do you know what? Yeah, I'm gonna start because I even forgot about this. Yeah, and I just remember this as of recently. Yeah, one of the ones that I didn't expect to. Let me just get straight into it. Nine's
Oh, okay.
Yeah, nines.
That was so
Nines. When I say, do you know what it is, yeah?
And now supposed to be his last album.
It's meant to
Yeah,
be
is that his last album?
album. This is the album.
You mentioned that
Bro,
one. Yeah.
This is the album he's retiring on. And one thing about Nines, yeah, for literally, I would say, a decade, he has dropped high quality street music. He's one of these rappers, yeah, where he understands the perfect balance between production and flow and bars as well. He's very good at that, bro. So like, bro, Church Road to Hollywood. Yeah. 1 foot in, 1 foot out. Yeah. Bro, he has dropped some he's dropped UK classics. Let's be real, man. Calling a spade, he's dropped UK classics. So to hear he's gonna retire, I was like, raw. There's so many songs that, for example, I've seen samples on that. There's a song called, I think it's called Mexico or something like that. That I've seen like a sample of for ages, and I'm thinking, raw, this album is gonna be heavy. Yes. Like he's gone through a lot of adversity. Like he's been in prison as of recently. He's even fighting a case right now. Like obviously the whole stabbing situation happened, even though that was quite a few years ago. Like you could see, obviously after Crabs in the Bucket, like the guy was cold. So I'm thinking, okay, he's gonna tap into all of his past albums and drop something incredible. Bro, Quit While You're Ahead, I think is an amazing name for the album. And the album did not live up to the hype. It's a carbon copy. A song for the girls, a song about ladies are crazy, the Tony Soprano thing. That's it.
Tony Soprano's hard though.
It's hard. It's hard, but for me, it's predictable. For me, it was too predictable. I knew it was going to happen. It wasn't engaging to me. I expected more from someone that I picked as like one of the top statesmen of UK rap. Let me down.
I hear it.
That let me down. I'm gonna put him there. And then for this one, do you know what it is? I've got so many artists on this list who've a lot of you guys have let me down this year. A lot of you dropped and a lot of you let me down. So I could just pick a random name out of the hat. Some people let me down more than others, yeah. Zenz, I can't lie, you've got on your list Benny the Butcher, bro. Ooh. Yeah, Benny the Butcher, not everyone can't go. Benny, he's probably the most commercial out of all of the Griselda members. Some would argue he's the best spitter, he can make the best tracks. You know, Conway, they would say, is a bit more deep and introspective, and Westside is just, the pioneer. But for me, with this album here in particular, I just feel like he just didn't get the right flow. I feel like he was trying to go too commercial. He should have stick to his roots. That gritty Griselda sound. Coined that gritty Griselda sound. He should have stayed there. And that let me down. Because I'm a big fan of Griselda. I love the artist. And for me, even Westside, even Kevin, he's allergic to the nonsense.
Allergic to the madness.
Allergic to the madness. For me, even Westside had a better album than him, which is it's not even rare to say. It depends what you like. But yeah, Benny for me.
Zenz?
Alright, cool. I'm probably jumping over to Mr. Schoolboy Q, Blue Lips.
Okay.
Schoolboy Q, man.
I hear it.
I'm disappointed, man. I feel like we're in the stage where Mr. Schoolboy Q, Mr. Q himself, he should be showing us a lot more. K-Dot has really thrown the lane when it comes to TDE itself. And it was a decent tape, but I'm disappointed because what I expected, he did not deliver for me whatsoever at all. So I feel like...
What was you expecting again?
My expectation is it's more elevation. It's showing us commercially he can do it as long as he's when it comes to lyrics, when it comes to bars, when it comes to storytelling. So Schoolboy Q does his thing, man. One of the strongest TDE, obviously Absol was stronger than him. Listen, that's another one where let's not even go into let's not even go into that as well. But Schoolboy Q, Blue Lips was one for me that I wasn't too happy with. Future, Metro Boomin, come on, Future needs to fall down now. Future, you're getting too old, my bro. Let's you know what I'm saying?
It's time to mature, fam.
We don't trust you. Like, even from the title itself, we don't trust you, Metro Boomin.
I'm a 14, fam.
They've got a fantastic connection, we know that already. They work some hit bangers all day long. That's one, and then Denzel Curry, King of Mischievous. Verses 1 and 2. Both of them. God, number 1 was 19 songs, and volume 2, 15. Full of what? Bro, it annoyed me, man. I expected so much from Denzel as well, man. And I thought, you've let me down here, King, bro. So
15 filled with air, fam.
Of air, bro. Skipping. So yeah, that's definitely my 3 right there, man.
Yeah, I hear that. Yeah, I think for me, you said one already, Absol.
I agree.
I agree.
That was a good message. I completely. It's such a disappointment that I forgot about it. That shows a lot.
For the memory.
It was very disappointing, man, because I think Absol is one of the the best spitters in TDE. Some will argue that he is the best.
100%.
And I think maybe even Kendrick will tell you that he's better than him.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I can see that still. Like, for me, it's between Absol and Kendrick. But yeah, like I thought Absol was gonna come back, you know, with some heat, you know, because I look at Zaire Rashad, for example. I know,
You know what? I still rate you, bro.
Yeah.
That's
but in terms of like, you know, rappers in TDE that you know have delivered a good project over the years, I think for me it's Kendrick and and no Kendrick and Isaiah. Yeah. I think them two. And I know Schoolboy Q is number 3 in it. They ain't gonna give you like that. You know? Yeah. But yeah, like for me, them two out of the TDE members have released the best, you know, 2 albums over the last few years. Like Schoolboy Q's album.
Isaiah's last album was really good.
Schoolboy Q's album.
For me, it's Blank Face, bro.
Blank Face. Okay.
When was that though?
That was like 2018. That's the one that had the Kanye West song or something.
Oh yeah. Oh, that was a time.
And so like for me, Blue Lips, I wouldn't put it on this list, but I do feel like it wasn't as great as everybody was making it out to be.
I agree with you on that.
I feel like it was a good tape. Don't get me wrong, like one of Schoolboy Q's strongest. You know what I'm saying? In his discography, but yeah, like I think that album was a bit overhyped, but it was a good album.
I disagree.
Yeah. But listen, I can see why people fuck with that album.
For me, I think it's the best sonically I've heard of Schoolboy.
Yeah, for a long time, 100%.
I think he
Really elevated.
But I think I see what you're saying.
Yeah. For me, what I've said, what was Absol, and then Schoolboy Q, even though I really wouldn't put Schoolboy Q on the list because it wasn't disappointing to me. So it's just something I just wanted to mention. And then I think for me, Justin Timberlake.
I even forgot about that,
I can't lie, I'm not a bit surprised about that. I heard like 1-2 singles and I was like, this is a waste of time.
But for me, you know, there's only been one album in Justin Timberlake's discography that has been a complete miss, and that was Man Woman. Yeah, because I thought 2020 was a good album.
I know 2020 experience was
a good album.
Oh my god.
It's a good album.
Calvary Bubblegum.
So we know it's a good song.
Mirrors, you know what I'm saying?
Like come from Future Sex Love Song to that, I was like,
no, for me it was good, bro. It was good. But Man on the Woods is the only complete miss of his discography, and you know, for me this album it was alright, decent.
It was boring.
It had about 3 or 4 tracks that I took from it, but all in all, it wasn't really good.
I took nothing.
And listen, I'm not surprised.
He's on drugs. You saw he got arrested this year.
He's on drugs?
Yeah! He said it's a arrest record.
Oh really? Was it with alcohol?
Alright, at this moment, we're gonna put up his mugshot.
Alright then. What's going on, Justin? What's going on?
Justin, please.
Remember, it's allegedly though.
Yeah.
I don't know, apparently it was.
He got caught.
You forgot to mention one more. Usher.
No, I was going to mention that.
Oh, sorry.
Bro,
So my last album that I'm gonna mention here, or artist, is Usher with Coming Home in it. Like me, bro, this is
Coming home, you know.
Because I'll give you some context. Usher kind of switched up like the whole theme and sonics for this album, innit? Like, because there was, I think back in 2020 he announced that he was going to release Confessions 2.
Confessions 2,
innit? You know, and some of the records from that album, or that was going to be on that album, got leaked. And like all of them sounded really good, bro. Like, and he said that he was going to be in a straight R&B bag, innit? You understand? He was going to go back to his roots, innit? So obviously the 4 or 5 records that got leaked that I heard from the album, they sounded really good, bro. And then all of a sudden, I think I saw an interview with Jermaine Dupri in 2022, basically saying, like Usher kind of scrapped that whole idea and he's going in a new direction for his new project. So I was like, cool, that's a bit interesting. I was a bit disappointed, but I said, you know what? Let me just see what it's about. Let me just see what this is about. And I think the first couple of singles he released off of this album, I think they sounded really good. So obviously I was hyped. I was like, yeah, okay, cool. yeah, Usher's gonna come with heat, and then when the album dropped, bro, it was just
It wasn't
making sense. Like, all over the place, bro. You know, and you know, he said previously that he was gonna obviously stick to his
R&B
roots, but he kind of ventured into, you know, there is some R&B records on this album in it, but they're few and far between, bro. I expected a lot more. And it just, I don't know, man. He was just trying to mix pop with this, with that.
He's trying to cover all bases.
Basically, and it was just a very disappointing project. Matter of fact, yeah, he released like a deluxe version of the album, yeah. But it was like a Coming Home extended edition. And the three tracks that were on that extended edition, yeah, all of them, they were very good. Those were, I think, the leaked ones, innit? And they were very good. So in my head, I was just thinking, bro, why couldn't you? Yeah, for me, Usher Coming Home, I think that's probably the most disappointing.
I can hear your voice.
I'm so upset.
I feel like he's kind of sidetracked a lot though, man. I feel sidetracked. He's got a lot of ventures going on.
Yeah.
You see what he's done in Vegas, how he's been sent out.
He did it.
There's a lot going on at the moment with him. So really, is he in his bag to go back to his roots Coming Home? I don't think so, man.
He's not.
He's not. He's got his hands into so many different pies.
I think just to even jump on that point as well, yeah, you're very unfocused, and I think people forget, yeah, we're in an era right now where a lot of the newer artists are sampling from people.
Yeah.
Bro, we're in our nostalgia era.
Yes.
Bro, make that nostalgic music because people want to listen to nostalgia, bro.
Yeah.
It would make sense for you to do that, Usher, Dr. Dre and Snoop Dogg. You guys can make music of the era that you know you're good at.
Facts.
Facts.
So moving on to the fourth and final segment. Understand? There's two questions here, but I'm gonna mix it into one in it. So just quickly, who is the artist to look out for in 2025? And what artists are you looking forward to dropping in 2025? You understand? So they're two different questions, but they can be tied into one in it. So I'm gonna start off with UK.
Okay.
Which artists are you looking out for in 2025? You've already mentioned.
I think I already mentioned Rich. Yeah, I think that's gonna be the person who answers both of those questions as well. I think because the 1 minute freestyle and a 2 minute of silence and 1 minute of silence, and alongside other things that he's kind of done before, it does seem that he possibly will release something great. And if it does, I'll be super excited. If he doesn't, he definitely will appear or most disappointed.
100%.
Because Rich 3-2 needs. He might have released already a classic. I'm not so fully aware of it. Yeah, it's like that. I'm not fully aware of his. I'm not fully aware of his discography, but yeah, he is a great MC, and I think he can 100% do it. He's in my most anticipated list. And another person I'm going to mention, that probably is on my list, is Frank Ocean.
Yes.
Frank has been going on for like
years,
however long. I think it was supposed to be released a year after the pandemic. He's not in my most anticipated list. Probably I shouldn't even have mentioned him, but it would be nice if he released something. If he doesn't, we'll probably who knows when he releases. But I think those two, but most likely just one Rich. So yeah.
Are you, Jay?
For me, I mean, similar to what Kay said, Frank will always be in my ear. Every single year, Frank.
Until releases. Since we started doing this, it's been like
brewing, it's been time.
No, but it's been like Frank's name has been
brought
up.
up.
Every time we pose this question to each and every one of us, Frank is always the name that gets
brought up. And Frank, we need you. We need you to come back. But mine would be, do you know what? Yeah, I was watching an interview with The Guardian with Andre 3000, and he was talking about he is going to drop an album this year.
Oh, sick. Okay.
And then, but my sneaking suspicion is we're going to get vocals on this album.
Yes.
I don't know.
Why would you think that?
Because he was in this interview, the way he was talking. It's like he doesn't know what direction he's going to go in. So it doesn't mean that he's going to stay on this experimental jazz type of with that instrument type of thing, or whether he's going to go to rapping or whether he's going to go to singing. I feel like we might get not a sequel, but something similar to The Love Below. I feel like we'll get something similar to Love Below. I'm saying that, and I'm
less poppy,
and
more adulty.
100%. Because that's what he's in. You know, he's like, oh, I got to make music for my age.
But it's really interesting as well because he's the most primed to do it, but for some reason he's always thinking that he's not fit to do it because of his age. Which again doesn't make no sense because there's so many rappers that are making statesman old music and doing it at a high level, and he's got it all in the bag to do it, but yeah, he doesn't do it. And that's one thing about straight with Andre 3000. He should have been the pioneer of making like mature rap. But
he did though. That's the
as a future, but like not as like, okay, cool. now that I'm at this age, where's my what's it called? 40 was it the Jay-Z 4 album? Do you get me?
I think he's got a mental gap, fam. There is
there's a
something.
mental gap, and I feel like as well because he's been so famous, and I think because he also suffered with social anxiety.
Yeah.
I think that's also stopping him from going into that bag. Because I think. My theory is, if he didn't suffer social anxiety, we would have 100% had that rap album.
I mean, he was saying in his interview that he always hated performing.
And he's great. He comes across extraordinarily awkward as well. But again, that's just who he is.
So yeah, and do you know what is it? I'm gonna say 2 more. One that I'm gonna say that's been being teased for the longest time is the clips.
Yes.
Yeah, that's on my list.
That's on my list.
That Louis Vuitton.
Oh my god! Oh, when he got Jim Jones.
Oh yeah! It
Oh,
sounds absolutely back to what we need. It sounds
amazing.
When I heard that, I was searching. Where is that record? That record is my god.
I forgot about that.
Bro,
That record is this.
When he dropped that song, I was like, I'm ready for it. I'm ready. Give us more cocaine. I'm ready. So for me, they've been teasing it for a long time. Pusha T said the album's done.
The
album's done. So we're just waiting for it to drop.
Yeah.
So that one is on my list, and another one because I feel like GNX isn't the album. I think Kendrick is gonna drop again. I think
It's possible.
I think Kendrick is gonna drop either around the Super Bowl, just before, or just after. Kendrick's gonna drop again.
That's
But those
possible,
are my ones.
Yeah.
Cool.
Sense of
I'll probably say I mentioned one already. LMA. I keep butchering your name up, bro. Apologies, but I feel like he's cooking. And he's gonna put out probably a fire album next year for sure. And someone that's cooking slowly, and we've mentioned him small. Larry June. I've seen something big coming, man. He's
He's been releasing an album every year.
Every year he does, but I feel like. And honestly, I feel like this year, going 2025 now, Larry June's gonna cook with something, man. I want to see it. Big features. Yeah, it's happening, man. It's happening. So, Larry June, look out for him, man.
Yeah, I think for me, I've got a few. So, you said one of them clips. Definitely, you know, I'm hearing that Pharrell's produced the whole album.
Okay.
So, that'll be interesting. You know, obviously that's Pharrell without Chad, because, you know.
Oh, yeah, beef right now.
That's upsetting.
That's very sad. Mend it, boys.
Mend it. We need unity.
Yeah. And my guy, it seems like my guy No Malice is back in his bag.
Yeah, he's back to Malice.
He's back to Malice. He's back to Malice. I love it. So clips, Wretch 3-2, as Kevin mentioned.
Yeah.
Listen, if Wretch doesn't produce a classic from here,
I'll be
for me,
disappointed.
it'll be very disappointing because it's like all of the singles so far have just been classic album material. Do you see what I mean? So for me, it's just like, yo, you're almost there, innit? You know what I'm saying? So just complete the mission, innit? And obviously I know somebody that is currently working with Wretch on the album, and they told me that it's something mad in it, so you just wait on it. So it's good. Yeah. So,
it's good.
It's good. Yeah. So we spoke about this artist earlier, Solange. Solange, you know, and the reason why I'm saying Solange is because about a couple of weeks ago I saw that she previewed 2 songs. Yeah, 2 new songs in it. She was on a boat. Yeah, she was on a boat, and then you can hear like two tracks.
Was it Instagram?
Instagram, yeah.
How's it sounding?
Oh, it sounded really good, bro.
Yeah.
It sounded really
Is it
good.
in your soul?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's her bag, man.
Yeah, that's her bag.
That's her
So,
bag.
yeah, I'm anticipating that she's coming out with something in 2025, and obviously I want to hear that in it because. Yeah, Solange is phenomenal. Yeah, Miguel as well. I've got to say Miguel, my guy Miguel. He's been, you understand, like.
The EP that he released recently was really good, but then I think he decided not to release anything because he was angry that commercially he's not doing anything. I mean, that's what he always said, right?
Yeah, and I think obviously he was going through a divorce.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
So that really took a toll on him. Yeah. Because Miguel hasn't released an album since 2017, bro.
Really?
It's been 8 years since 2017.
Oh, you are right.
It doesn't even feel like it, you know.
It doesn't even.
Because he released his singles and EPs, I think, and then
He released. So his last album was 2017. He released an EP in 2022, and that's it.
Yeah, that one was good.
That one was good.
That was really
You see what I'm
good.
saying?
Yeah,
So
sure.
I'm hoping Miguel gets it together. He released his first single or a song a month ago, innit? You know, it sounded alright in it. So I'm hoping he gets it together because you know Miguel, one of my favorite artists. Frank, you know, definitely.
Frank.
Frank.
Please. Enough is enough.
We need it.
That collab tape between Freddie and Alchemist.
Oh yes.
Oh,
Montana.
Yeah,
Montana.
Yeah, I need that. Huss is also gearing up to release something.
Oh, bro.
Yeah, we're getting new Huss in 2025. And the last one, man, I'm gonna go with Knox, my guy Knox.
Yeah.
You know,
Good
that's
shout.
Yeah.
Good
No
shout.
days off,
Yeah,
boy.
yeah, big up
No
Knox,
days off,
man.
no days off.
Yeah,
No
big
days
up
off,
Knox.
no days off.
I think he's gonna drop something in this year. He released a joint tape with K-Trap.
K-Trap, yeah. Cautionary Tales or
Yeah,
something.
Cautionary Tales,
like that.
yeah. There's about 3 or 4 records on
Nice.
those lines. So,
Very nice, very
yeah,
nice.
man. That's kind of me still. Yeah.
There you have it, guys.
Yeah.
That is it. That is us wrapping up 2024. A few
Yes.
days late, but you know you had to wait for the good treats at the end. Guys, we're excited for 2025.
Yes.
Guys, obviously do not forget to comment, don't forget to rate, don't forget to subscribe. We've got a lot of big things happening this year.
Yes,
So watch this space. A lot of things are going on.
Facts.
And to all the artists that we said we're looking out for in 2025,
Yes.
we're looking for you.
Don't disappoint.
Don't disappoint us. And if we didn't mention you, this is your motivation to end up on our list. Surprise us. Get us ready, okay? But boys, thank you so much.
Yes.
It's been a very serious session.
Yes, it has, yes.
And same time again next year.
Yes.
Yeah.
Blessings, everyone.
Blessings.
Peace, man. Love.